Look, Harleys are monsters, but these beasts will turn you into a straight-up menace. If Harley Davidson is way out your budget, if every time you reach for your wallet, you feel like a tear is forming, this is the tissue. Let's talk about the top 8 non-Harley bikes that are worth buying. Let's get into it.
We run the night. We run the night.
Number 1, the Indian Chieftain Dark Horse. I'm a Harley guy, but one bike I can't deny that is a non-Harley that a brother in my club had is the Dark Horse. You roll up on the Chieftain Dark Horse, and the first thing that smacks you in the face is that matte black menace. This ain't a mall rat bobber. This is a full-blown bagger, dripping attitude. That 1811cc kicks over like a pissed-off bull, hurling torque at your spine every time you notch it into gear. The Batwing fairing isn't just for looks. It slices through the wind so you don't feel like you're riding into a brick wall at 80 miles per hour. And those JBL speakers blast your anthem louder than a barroom brawl. Heated grips? Check. Cruise control? Check. Adjustable windshield? Check. This thing is built to roast pavement by day and swallow miles by night. All while your pillion wonders what she got herself into. At 815 pounds wet, it's not a flick around the block toy, but once you've got it dialed in, it tracks straighter than a sniper round. Maintenance-wise, you're looking at routine oil and belt checks. No rocket surgery, but parts aren't hardly cheap. Yet you get build quality so solid, it'll outlast your ex, them bad decisions. And that Dark Horse styling, blacked out trim, stealth wheels, aggressive lines, this bike doesn't whisper, it roars. I'm not here to play nice. So let me know in the comments, do you ride a Dark Horse or are you thinking about buying one? Number 2, the Kawasaki Vulcan S. I remember when I first joined my club, there was an OG brother who had a Kawasaki Vulcan. I thought it was a Harley for the longest time. I had no clue. You swing your leg over that Vulcan S and suddenly you notice Kawasaki didn't half-ass the cruiser formula. It's 649cc, parallel twin engine, purrs smooth at low revs. But open it up and it hits you with a mid-range shove that'll embarrass some sport bikes off the line. At about 452 pounds wet, it's nimble enough to carve city streets and canyon back roads like it's wearing sneakers instead of boots. It's got adjustable foot pegs, handlebars, and seat position to let you dial in your stance, whether you're a short leg rookie or a lanky road warrior. The trellis style frame borrowed from Kawasaki's sportier models means you don't feel like you're wrestling an anchor when you lean into a turn. Fuel economy hovers around 50 mpg, so you can actually afford the ride instead of living at the pump. Styling is stealth mode with a hint of menace. Matte black bodywork, sculpted tank, minimalist, LED lighting, and just enough chrome to remind you it's still a cruiser. The dash is clean, no gimmicks, so you focus on the road, not a million icons. Maintenance won't wreck your wallet. Chain lube, oil changes, periodic valve checks keep this bike happy for years. If you want a cruiser that balances attitude with agility, thunder and torque without the top-heavy bulk, the Vulcan X is your underdog hero. So let me know in the comments what you think about the Vulcans and if you ride one. Number 3, the Triumph Bonneville T120. You slide onto the T120's bench-like solo saddle and feel history under your cheeks. This isn't some plastic road warrior. It's a British classic, dripping outlaw heritage. Yes, a lot of outlaws rode these back in the days. From pagans and renegade road warriors alike, strapped their outlaw boots to this 1200cc parallel twin, carving rebel tracks across deserted highways. That engine thumps through the steel frame like a heartbeat of descent, pulling hard from idle and singing a retro exhaust note that stops traffic and starts fights. Lean into the curves and you'll be surprised. The Bonneville handles more like a street fighter than your grandpa's museum piece. Sure, it carries a bit of heft, around 540 pounds wet, but the moment you wind that throttle, you feel that British precision chase down every inch of the pavement. The upright riding position and mid-set pegs give you total control. So when you spot a wide open sweep, you drop your shoulder and let that Bonneville beam guide you through like a moonlit ghost. Styling is all in the details. Brushed aluminum tank with polished knee indents, retro braided hoses, classic analog dash, and the Bonneville script slapped on the side like a challenge to anyone who doubts your outlaw cred. Electronics are discreet, ride-by-wire and traction control tucked away so you can flick them off when you want pure analog chaos. Maintenance is vintage easy. Oil changes, valve checks every few thousand miles, and chain lube. Parts aren't dime bin cheap. but this bike is built to outlive cell phones and X's. So let me know if you've ever rode a Triumph and you're looking to buy one. Real quick, if you enjoy MC Culture content, smash the like and the subscribe button. Give me a pound wherever you're from. And get your Ghostavelli mask, shades, Demons Row snapbacks in all colors, tank tops, crew necks, track races. We got it all, and you can get it on www.demonsrow.com. Let's get back into it. Number 4, the Victory Highball. I remember the first time I seen a highball, my brother Dame had one. It came with white walls, ape hangers, blacked out. It was like Victory read an outlaw's mind. Harley wants you to spend 20 grand to make it look like that. I actually spent over 30-40 grand making my bike look like that bike. Now that I think about it, you swing your leg over the highball and instantly feel that low slung menace. This ain't a cushy bagger, it's a stripped down powerhouse built to punt pavement. The 1731cc Freedom V-Twin roars through life with a guttural rumble that rattles your teeth and dares traffic to step aside. With those ape hangers and the solo seat, it'll have you perched like a gunslinger ready to draw. Every inch of this bike screaming ride or die. Lean in and you'll find the inverted fork and dual rear shocks. Soak up rough asphalt better than your ex, soaked up in every excuse in the book. The aluminum frame keeps weight in check, around 650 pounds wet, so you can hustle this cruiser through corners without feeling like you're hauling a house. Throttle response is brutal. One twist and you're pinned. Styling is pure. Blacked out attitude, black paint, black wheels, black everything, with just enough brushed aluminum highlights to remind you there's precision under the menace. No bulky fairings, no stereos, no bullshit. Just engine, frame, and you. Maintenance, basic oil, belt, spark plug checks. Victory kept it real simple, so you spend less time wrenching and more time wrecking it on the road. This is the bike for the rebel who hates coddling and loves chaos. So tell me, have you ever rode a highball or do you own one? It's such a shame that Victory went out of business. They had quality bikes. I really do love Victory. Number 5, the Yamaha Star Striker. Listen, this bike was my first bike. It was like $13K. This isn't something I Googled. This is experience. This bike, I would get compliments how it looked. I didn't own a car at this time, so there were times where I was riding through terrible snow, the worst kind of weather. I swear to you, I never needed a jump. I would just dust the snow off of it and ride. I had a hoodie get wrapped up in the back tire. The bike did not wobble. It did not go down. This is a great bike. You step onto the Star Striker, and the first thing you notice is how low it is when you sit, like you're stalking the pavement. The 1304cc air-cooled V-Twin rumbles to life with zero fuss, thanks to fuel injection and a belt drive that whispers reliability. Twist the throttle, and it hurls you forward with savage torque, pinning you back into the solo seat as if the world dared to challenge your right-of-way. At roughly 573 pounds wet, it's no lightweight, but the trick frame geometry and drag style handlebars make carving slow speed corners feel almost cheeky. This cruiser can hustle when it needs to. That inverted headlamp and blacked out tank give it that menacing Street Fighter look, while brushed aluminum accents remind you there's precision beneath the menace. LED tail lamp and digital dash keep it modern. No guessing which gear you're in or when your next service is due. Speaking of upkeep, the Striker's belt final drive means you dodge chain lube hell, and standard oil filter intervals keep wrench time minimal. Parts are plentiful and aftermarket support is massive. Slip-ons, big bore kits, even cafe-style seat swaps, so you can customize your menace on a budget. This is the bike for that guy who craves raw power and a stealth package. No fairings, no bullshit, just muscle stance and attitude. So tell me, what do you think about the Star Striker? Number 6, the Honda Rebel 1100. I got a homegirl that pulled up on one of these one time. The bike is dope. If you're bigger like me, it might be too small. That's the only thing I would add. But you throw your leg over the Rebel 1100, and the first thing you notice is how low and lean it sits, like a stealth interceptor ready to slip past every checkpoint. That 1084cc parallel twin engine fires with a muted growl, then pulls hard from the bottom end, pinning you back in the seat without warning. No frantic revving required. This bike's torque is there the instant you twist the throttle. Think of the Rebel 1100 as Honda's answer to the Harley Sportster family. Basically a parallel twin take on the Iron 883 Nightster vibe. Low slung, lean, belt drive cruiser with a mid-range grunt, just like a Sportster, but with a Honda polish. At roughly 445 pounds wet, it's almost startlingly flickable for a big bore cruiser. Lean into a corner and the Rebel shifts his weight like it's taking orders from your spine. Carving arcs you never expect from a machine with everyday stamped on the brochure. That low center of gravity and slim profile make lane splitting feel like cheating. And the belt drive means you'll never wrestle chain grease. Just oil changes and belt inspections keep this thing humming for miles. Styling is minimal but mean. Blacked out frame, matte tank, chopped fender, and a solo seat that puts you right on top of the action. No bulky fairings, no stereo distractions, just you, the road, and that Rebel's rumble. Fuel economy hovers near 60 mpg, so you'll escape the pump faster than a prospect slipping through probation. Maintenance is stupid simple. Basic filters, valves every so often, and the parts are Honda reliable cheap. This is the bike for the person who hates being seen coming and loves surprising the herd. So let me know if you ride the Rebel 1100. Number 7, the Ducati Monster 821. You swing your leg over the Monster 821, and the first thing that hits you is that Italian growl. 821 ccl, twin barking through those Turganami style slip-ons like a hungry beast. This isn't just a naked bike, it's a sculpted sculptor of raw aggression. The steel trellis frame hugs that engine like a corset, and when you crack that throttle, you feel every tremor in your bones. Suspensions are adjustable front and rear. Dial is stiff for canyon carnage or soften it up for back road carving. At roughly 435 pounds wet, it's lighter than most of its rivals, so you can flick it in the corners like you're tossing a grenade. Ergonomics are sporty leaning, but not torture rack tight. You can push for a mile or 100 without begging for bail. The dash is minimal, just revs, miles, and that little warning light reminding you that this thing ain't grandma's trike. Maintenance? Yeah, you'll get greasy. Valve checks, belt services, belt-driven cams, but that's part of the romance. Parts and service cost more than Walmart specials, but you're buying passion, precision, and pedigree. This is the bike for the rider who wants to feel alive in every shift, every rev, every lean. So let me know in the comments if you ride one of these or if you're looking at one. Number 8, the BMW R9T. You ease up to the R9T and it greets you with the Boxer twin thump. 1170cc, a flat engine fury echoing through that exposed shaft drive. This is classic meets club fighter. Modern suspension and brakes married to a retro silhouette that says I've been storming Autobahn since 14. The aluminum fuel tank and tubular steel frame give it heft, but you feel planted like you're steering a missile. Twist the throttle and torque hits mid-range with surgical precision. No surprises, just German engineered shove that shreds speed limits and expectations. It's about 520 pounds soaking wet. It's not a feather, but that low center of gravity and crisp suspension lets you lean deep without the wobble. The little digital dash nestles in that analog clock housing, high-tech hidden in plain sight. Service intervals are longer, part quality is legendary, and shaft drive means no chain drama, just a torque curve that'll outlast most relationships. Sure, dealer bills can sting, but you're buying build quality that laughs at mileage. So let me know, are you ready to ride bulletproof German steel and make every twist of the road your own personal test track, or is this not the bike for you? Hopefully this helps you out. If you're someone that wants to purchase that Harley feel, but you feel like it's too expensive, a lot of people feel like Harley is too expensive. I ride a Harley and I think it's too expensive too. It is super overpriced, and there are bikes like this that are awesome. So let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for tuning in to Demons Road TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.